Chapter 6488. Charlie asked jokingly. Even if you were sent here without knowing it, you can't find any clues? No, Duncan said. Many unsolved cases, in the final analysis, are because there is no evidence. As long as the essence of the evidence is damaged. Even if the golden immortal comes, it will be useless. You see, there are cases in various countries that have been solved after many years. Such cases are often because there is a little bit of key evidence left at the time, such as incomplete fingerprints and human DNA information. Entering the information age, fingerprint and DNA collection covers more and more people. Once a suspect is collected or his immediate family members are collected, his good days are basically over. As he said, Duncan said, we have already processed the biological information here when we evacuated. Once these people start working, it won't take 2 or 3 days. All the clues are gone, and can't find anything unusual. Charlie nodded and said with a smile, thanks to the professional quality of Inspector Lee, I feel more at ease here. Duncan said, Mr. Wade, you are too kind. I don't have any advantages. I just have some industry experience as a criminal policeman for so many years. Compared with you, I am still far behind. Charlie started the car and said with a smile, okay, let's stop bragging about business here. Let's end it here and go back to Casablanca to meet that Roman, and then we can leave and return to Northern Europe. Duncan asked hurriedly, Mr. Wade, do you really want to meet him? Yes. Charlie nodded and said, this man is the Grand Commander of the Right Army Governor's Office. He is definitely ranked in the top 10 in the Warrior's Den. He is a descendant of the Wu family and a junior of Victoria. I dare not say that I can find any breakthrough from him. But at least I can give her a warning. Duncan asked again, what is Mr. Wade's plan? Are you going to kill Roman? There is no point in killing him. Charlie said, the Right Army Governor's Office even has its garrison replaced in rotation. And there are always emergency candidates. The position of the Grand Commander is probably the same. You forgot what Song Ru you said. The Grand Commander before Roman was his brother John. But John disappeared overnight, and Roman took over urgently. No one mentioned John's disappearance. I think he must have been killed by Roman. But Roman must have other candidates around him. As long as there is any problem with Roman, Victoria will definitely let the candidate take over all his duties. Killing him will not affect the operation of the Right Army Governor's Office. Duncan agreed and said, these so-called Grand Commanders are just a group of senior employees, not even shareholders. The entire Warrior's Den is a sole proprietorship. Victoria is the only boss and the only shareholder. No matter how high the level of others is, they are essentially employees. Their death is of no consequence to Victoria. After that, Duncan was even more puzzled and asked Charlie, Mr. Wade, since you are not going to kill Roman, what are your plans for meeting him? You can't incite him to rebel, can you? Not to mention that he is a descendant of the Wu family. Just the fact that his family and relatives are in the Warrior's Den. He would never dare to betray Victoria. Charlie smiled and said, I never thought of turning him against me. I have basically figured out the structure of Victoria and the 5 military governor's office. The 5 military governor's office is full of frontier officials. No one is qualified to stay with Victoria. I even suspect that they don't know where Victoria is. If I turn him against me, he can't provide any help for me to deal with Victoria. And he may be replaced at any time, which may expose my identity. Charlie smiled and said, didn't Victoria cut off one of his hands? I just want to do a good thing and help him connect this hand to see how Victoria feels then.